level. They didn't look like they was going to get level, and yeah, you could see the difference in strength and depth when they're making the changes. It wasn't the same level of quality coming out as Liverpool.
And where does it leave the pressure on Rafa Benitez?
Massively on him. Again, this game and the fans would have been more of hope of getting a victory rather than belief. But going into the next 2 games now, there's genuine belief that we should be beating or getting something from Arsenal and beating Palace. Definitely beating Palace. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but you don't want to be going into Chelsea off the back of 3 defeats.
OK, we've had all but 2 games played in Matchweek 14. Let's quickly remind you as to what happened on Tuesday. Norwich forcing that late draw away to bottom club Newcastle United, while Leeds beat Crystal Palace with that injury time penalty from Rafinha. As far as today's concerned, well, Leicester came back twice to force that 2-2 draw away to Southampton. Watford against Chelsea finished in favour of the league leaders, as winning that one by 2-1 at Vicarage Road. Brighton denied West Ham in the 90th minutes. 1 apiece it finished there at the London Stadium. Wolves against Burnley finished 0-0. The champions Manchester City winning at Aston Villa by 2-1. We've just seen the Merseyside derby fall in Liverpool's favour by 4-1. It wouldn't have escaped your attention. There have been no home wins as far as today is concerned. On Thursday, Spurs take on Brentford in a London derby, while Manchester United take on Arsenal as Michael Carrick looks to make it 3 unbeaten as United's caretaker boss. Well, with the top 3 all winning, it's as you were at the top. Chelsea top with 33 points, 1 ahead of Manchester City, with Liverpool 2 points behind the leaders on 31. There's now a 7-point gap on West Ham in 4th. Arsenal in 5th, as I mentioned, go to Manchester United on Thursday. Brighton up a place after their late point to 7th, with Leicester up to 8th. Well, Newcastle remain bottom, and they're still, of course, looking for that first win of the season. They're on 7 points, 6 off safety. Norwich, along with Burnley, are both on 10 points, 3 adrift of safety, with Watford staying just above the relegation zone in 17th place.
Robertson on the underlap. And step back for Henderson. Lovely goal. Lovely finish. Henderson. Good ball towards Salah. He's got the pace here, and the time, and the finish too. Absolutely clinical from Mo Salah. Here's Damari Gray. Could be in here. And Damari Gray gets Everton back in the game. All mistake there by Coleman, and Salah latching onto it. Salah racing away here. And Mo Salah scores again for Liverpool. His Jota has got beyond Alan, and Jota makes it 4-1 to Liverpool.
So Liverpool winning the Merseyside derby, winning at Everton 4-1 with 2 goals from Mo Salah to make it 13 for the season. We can hear from him now.
Mo, after last year's disappointments in the derby fixture, how pleased are you with that?
Well, it's a great result to come here and win the game and play good football and score 4 goals. It's unbelievable. It's something positive we take from the game.
Yeah, it's the first time that Liverpool has scored 4 at Goodison Park in something like 31 years. What does that tell you about tonight?
Well, it's good. It's good. We won a game here 4-1 and won also Manchester 5. So it's that shows we're doing a good job in the league, and hopefully we'll continue like that.
The fast start was key, obviously, 2-0 up in 20 minutes. What would have been the message from the manager?
The message from the manager is they're going to play physically strong. They're going to go challenge 100% every ball. We just need to play our game and just keep the ball and try to create chances, which what we did.
What's the key, though? Everton get back in it. That your second goal, Liverpool's third goal, you pounced on the error, didn't you?
Yeah, I expect him to do a mistake, which he did. So I think the game was really tough when the result was 2-1. So once I scored a third one, the game becomes easier. 19
goals for you this season already. What's your target?
Hopefully for many more. I think my first target is to win something with the club, Champions League, Premier League, hopefully both. That's the main target for everyone.
But what's the key to this? Liverpool averaging now more than 3 goals a Premier League game. What's the key? What's getting better?
I think we know each other more now. We are together for 5-6 years. Last season we had a few injuries. The season before we were playing really well. We won some title together. I think the only thing I can say is just we know each other very well now, and just like we try to help each other in the game to score more goals and win games.
And is there a little bit of satisfaction as well, extra satisfaction for your captain, Virgil van Dijk, coming back here, winning in the style you've won?
Yeah, it's great to see him back, and especially here because we know before the games it could be kind of emotional because he get injured here before, but he's our captain now after 2 players, but he more experienced. He's a captain of his national team, so I think he started it well.
You're 7th in the Ballon d'Or this year. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, I have no comment.
Well, at the current rate, I think you'll be higher next year.
Hopefully, we never know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike, he's in the form of his life right now. Michael, what do you think? Is he proving people wrong after what happened in the Ballon d'Or yesterday?
Well, I don't know about proving people wrong. Does anybody not rate him? Does anybody think he's genuinely the 7th best player in the world? Listen, the Ballon d'Or is something that you also need to have team honours, I think, to assist you along the way. Egypt, I don't think...
You would know.
I would.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Liverpool didn't win the league last season. In fact, it was quite a stuttering title defence, really. They didn't win any cup competitions, got knocked out reasonably early in the Champions League. So it wasn't a good team performance,
Season,
let's
right.
say. So inevitably, you're gonna struggle to win honours like that. If Mo Salah wins a big one, wins a Premier League, wins a Champions League this season, then you can bet your bottom dollar he's going to be higher than 7th, and he could possibly go and win it next season.
Yeah. I tell you what, we can get a reaction now straight from pitchside at Goodison Park. Liverpool fullback Andy Robertson joins us now from Merseyside. Andy, congratulations on the win today. You were at them from the off.
Yeah, look, it was important we got a good start. You know, we know they've been on a poor run of form, and they would have wanted to start fast, and I think they tried to do that, but I think our passing and we were finding the gaps, and we were the ones creating the chances, which you know, was you know, really good from our point of view. And luckily we got 2 early goals, which set us on our way. But you know, probably a lapse in concentration, and we give them an easy goal just before half-time. And you know, I think everything in the atmosphere in the stadium changed, and it was important that we just hit the reset button at half-time and come out the second half and do the same again. And I think we've done that.
Was that the message from Jurgen Klopp really before the game? Is that Everton, considering their poor form, are there for the taking?
And look, no, not really. You know, he was more putting us towards their threats and how good they can be. And we know what happens in derby games. We know that Everton can cause us problems. But you know, today I think we just found. I think we found the gaps, like I said. I think we found, you know, the strikers in the half space a lot, which meant that we could turn and go at their defence. And I think you seen that. We were the ones creating the chances. It could have probably been a couple more before half time. And you know, we just, you know, we created too many chances, and luckily we scored 4 goals. But look, it was a tough game, but I just think we had too much for them today.
All 4 goals were terrific finishes. It looks from here that confidence is oozing through the team right now. What's it like to play in?
Yeah, look, we're playing with confidence. The lads in front of goal were, you know, putting them away more than not. You know, that's why, you know, they're the kind of leading goal scorers in the league, and it's important we keep that going. You know, I thought all the lads were tremendous today in different ways. Obviously, the lads that scored the goals were excellent, but you know, the midfield were dogged in their work. I think they were the ones winning the second balls for us. They were the ones, you know, setting us on our way. And you know, the defence, Joel and Big Virg, I thought were excellent, kind of sweeping up, dealing with Rondon as a presence, and you know, keeping the you know, the last line tight. And yeah, I think it was an overall really good performance from all of us. And you know, luckily Ali didn't have much to do either.
Andy, it's Michael. We just heard from Mo Salah. Obviously, he was very modest in terms of coming 7th in the Ballon d'Or just recently. Of course, you don't have to be modest when you're talking about him. He scored 2 of the goals last night. Just a word on what he's like. Where is he in world football, and what's it like to play with him?
Yeah, for me, he's right up at the top. Like we don't look too much into individual awards, of course. You know, for people it would be great for them to win it or be in contention, but you know, I don't think Mo's the 7th best player in the world. I'll put it that way, and he's right up there with the way he's playing, and it's important that he keeps going, because you can see when he's in front of goal just now that he's playing with confidence, and any time he's running through, I think everyone in the stadium believes that he's going to put it in the goal. And when you have that feeling as a top player, you know, you'll know that when you have that feeling, it's very hard to stop. And you know, Mo's an incredible player. He's an incredible professional. You know, works so hard off the field, make sure he's fit and available for every single game and in the best possible shape. And I think that's why you get the performances on the pitch. So long may that continue. The other two in front, you know, Jota and Sadio were unbelievable today as well. And it's important that we keep doing that, keep pitching in with goals from all around the pitch. And you know, if we do that, then you know, obviously we'll keep scoring goals and hopefully keep winning games.
And you mentioned Sadio there, Andy. Of course, him and Mo Salah are missing in January. Concerns about that?
Look, that's why we have depth in the squad. You know, you see people like, you know, Takumi coming on, who's, you know, probably been unlucky this season with the amount of game time he's got. He's been, you know, really good in training, really good in the games he's got. You know, Divock is always there, and you know he can always score. We've still got Bobby to come back, Harvey Elliott, people like that. So, look, of course, losing Sadio and Mo, you know, to the African Cup of Nations is always going to be a blow, and it's always hard to lose two of your main men to you know, a competition during the season. But you know, we have to deal with that. We have a squad that's competitive. And it's you know, it's up to the lads that you know, maybe haven't been playing as much to go and show why they should be playing more. So look, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. There's a lot of games. You know, we're going right into the Christmas period where it feels as if we're playing every day. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And you know, I'm sure the lads will enjoy being away and trying to win something for their countries. But you know, they need to trust us to deal with things back here.
Finally, Andy, the team's in terrific goal-scoring form. I mean, that's 43 goals from your first 14 league games this season. It's the highest in all 5 of Europe's top 5 divisions. What is the secret behind that?
I think I've touched on it. You know, the lads that are shooting have got the confidence in front of goal that, you know, you see Mo's second goal, it just feels as if he's got so much time when he doesn't. You know, Coleman's breathing down his neck, Pickford's closing the angles, but it just feels as if he's got so much time, and that's what happens when, you know, goal scorers are in fine form. So, you know, fair play to the lads, and you know, long may that continue. Hopefully other people can chip in soon, you know, hopefully me, but let's see where that goes. But you know, the lads are unbelievable in training, you know, practicing their finishing, and you see that in front of goal just now in games. But you know, the 1-0s are just as important as the 4-0s. It's as important that we win ugly as well, and we've done that at times this season, and we'll need to do it even more so. And like I said, we're still in the chasing pack, and you know, we've got to stay with the leading pack, and you know, we're right behind them just now, and we've just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, you got yourself a couple of assists as well this evening, so well done tonight. All the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Well done.
Andy Robertson. And let's not, Rafa is under, and their winless run of 7 games. To be 1-0 down after 9 minutes is the last thing he needed.
Yeah, but there were signs before that. There was a mix-up before with Seamus Coleman and Pickford, and it was a slow start from Everton. Liverpool come out the traps firing and got ahead early on, and for me here, Godfrey, he's recognised the situation, he's picked up a decent position, but then he sees Robinson and chooses to go across too late, and he leaves Robinson with the time to put a cross in. And if you're going to get beat by the cross, it has to be goal side, so it lets your fellow defenders know what's coming. You've set up for the cross, and then it's a cutback and a great finish.
Yeah, it is. It's a stunning finish. I mean, that's not easy. On your weak foot, to set it out outside the post, just curl it in. It's an absolutely stunning finish from the skipper.
Mo Salah goes from strength to strength this season. He doesn't score simple goals, Michael, does he?
No, this was a brilliant first touch. You can't cut in too much because you're running at 100 mile an hour, and you want to keep going straight-ish to keep the defender out of play, didn't you? So it's a perfect first touch, gives him options. That's what you want, options as centre forward. Now, these are the options. Go through the goalkeeper's legs, or you do what he does and actually curl it round into the far top corner. I just wonder, though, whether the goalkeeper makes his mind up. Because if he stands back there, I wonder whether Mo Salah can score there. And I see it all the time with goalkeepers. As a centre-forward, I'm running through on goal wanting the goalkeeper to make my mind up, to do something silly, to give me an angle, to give me a space to hit in. But once you give him an inch, he is just not missing. He is so deadly in front of goals nowadays. It's unbelievable, unerring in many ways.
You could say something similar about the way Alisson was in goal here, for the way Everton pulled one back. But what about the way Trent Alexander-Arnold was out of position for Gray's late goal in the first?
Yeah, he nearly recovers, but the initial movement when they didn't have possession, he went to step forward, and that cost him because he's a yard off making a tackle. But I said then Alisson's come out and made up the mind of Demarai Gray, who's probably been the brightest spark for Everton. But as he goes through here, he's looking up and he sees the keeper coming, so you've got to get a shot off early, and he's come through his legs and into the net.
Yeah, you've got Trent closing you down. You're outside the box. Again, I just think if Alisson stays on his line, it makes it so much more difficult. I'm not saying he won't score.
No.
It's still a chance, but he's outside the box. As soon as you commit, you give the striker, you give him options. And as I say, if I was a centre-forward in that position, I prefer the keeper to steam at me rather than stay back.
OK.
That's the thing. So as we touched on earlier, the fact that he could be going away, will be going away for the Cup of Nations, like, these are not chances for everyone in Liverpool's team, and he makes them look so easy. So the fact that them contribution won't be there, it could hinder Liverpool's title chances. But yeah, slight mistake there from Seamus Coleman, gets caught in two minds, and Mo Salah doesn't look back. Again, could Pickford stay a little bit deeper, a little bit closer to his line, because I think that is the power of the shot, regardless of where Pickford is. But the fact that he's so close to him, he doesn't need to get it. He doesn't need to be too strong. He just needs to get it past him, and it's a short space of distance, and he can't get down.
Michael, in terms of players running with the ball at their feet, is anyone better right now than Mo Salah?
Well, do you know what? There's lots of people that can run nicely with the ball at their feet.
At that speed.
But try doing it at that speed.
Yeah.
That's the key. And you do anything fast, then it becomes far harder.
Yeah.
And to have the ball under so much control when you're that fast. Bear in mind, Coleman's chasing him. He touches it about 4 or 5 times by the time he scores. So he's running as quick, if not quicker than Coleman, touching it along the way, and still, even when he's finishing it there, he's getting pushed and pulled by Coleman. So it's not a free shot. He's almost still under control, despite getting off balance and pushed and whatever. So, listen, you learn that as a kid. He's been doing it for years now, but it's just a joy to watch.
That says it all, really, as to where Liverpool are with their goal-scoring exploits. 3 of the top 4 goal scorers right now in the Premier League are in the red of Liverpool. Third on the list, Diogo Jota. His finish wasn't too bad from the narrowest of angles.
No, Liverpool need to keep this guy fit. They need to keep him happy. They need to keep him in top form, because when that dreaded January comes and a couple of their star players go, then they've got to be relying on him. I mean, this is the only option he has, really, here, to go high and hard. Pickford, again, probably makes his decision anyway by going down, but let's just, again, concentrate on the finish. It's a lovely touch. He looks up here and then takes a look down to see where the ball is and strikes it with his left foot. Game over.
4 in 3 now for Jota. How he's kicked on from his Wolves days, Jolien.
Yeah, I did see the energy that he plays with for Liverpool, but I didn't see the ability in front of goal. He wasn't converting as many chances as he has for Liverpool, and it's a great finish, but the instinctive turn and touch, remarkable. And then again, that's something he's added to his game to contribute.
OK, let's get some post-match reaction now from the Liverpool dressing room. Here's their manager, Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, in moments. Was a really good game of my team, very mature performance, very grown-up performance, much better than in the years before, especially here at Goodison. And we gave a little bit of the game out of our hands. It was not necessary when they scored the goal. We got a bit carried away. We were much too open in that moment. But it can happen when you're that superior. In moments, we have to force ourselves to stay concentrated in this moment. But all over, a really good game.
Did you particularly like the ruthlessness about your side? You've had this ruthless streak throughout the season so far, and it certainly demonstrated itself again.
I like that, but I expect it as well. So it's not that it's a reason for any kind of praise. It's just a job we have to do. We should have been already 1 or 2-0 up before we scored the first goal. I think we had, especially that of Joel. I have no idea how he missed that one. But then we scored the goals 2-0, and then we were not that ruthless in these moments. And we gave we obviously the crowd was already booing and whistling, and we gave them some life back, and that's obviously not okay. But all over again, it's you cannot. I'm not not seeking for perfection or whatever. I know that if it would be easy, everybody could do it. So the boys did really well.
Is there particular satisfaction for Virgil van Dijk? Mo Salah's just told us that the guys were talking about that in the dressing room before, and that's something that had been in their minds.
Yeah, I imagine we are all human beings, obviously. And last time, I had the same feeling when I went in the dressing room today. Last time we were there, we had 2 massive injuries, and we were all, we are like a family, obviously. And when somebody then is that badly injured, which was pretty clear immediately. So you come in the dressing room and think, okay, you feel it. And
it's almost like a psychological barrier there.
It is. So, but he dealt exceptionally well with it, like Thiago did, and all the boys did, because a game you can easily get too emotional, and we never were, to be honest. We were just with the right mindset, the right mood to just finish the game off.
When you see Mo Salah running through like that, do you know for certain he'll score right now? 19 goals this season.
Crazy.
Getting better.
Yeah, I was angry after the game.
He was?
He was angry, but he wanted to score the third one. I don't know exactly which situation, but who cares? All fine, that's how strikers are. No, I don't take these things for granted as well. The first one was absolutely exceptional, sensational pass from Hendo. Like the first goal, come on, Robo Hendo, unbelievable. But then the second goal, his second goal, yeah, you have to force these kind of mistakes. We saw that from the United game against Chelsea. Jorginho is one of the best players in the world and can lose a ball like that when you're under pressure. And Mo put Coleman, I think, under pressure, and so he could win that ball. And from that on, it's a good chance that he will score, yeah.
In the build-up, he said he wasn't looking forward to this fixture after what happened at Goodison back in February. It's amazing what difference a win makes.
Yeah, vastly different feelings after the games, I suggest. You know, that was a huge moment last year, you know, pivotal moment, losing Virgil van Dijk in particular for a year. I mean, it killed that season, really. And not just from a results point of view, but from a humane point of view. You know, as Jurgen Klopp says, when you're in a squad, you do become family and you feel everyone else's pain. But, you know, a year on, different emotions, and here we go away delighted today.
And how they needed it, of course, because along with Manchester City and Chelsea, they continue to set the pace at the top.
Yeah, and that's the key for Liverpool today was they didn't play with any emotion in terms of there being a derby. They played it as they needed 3 points and be ruthless in front of goal, and that's what they were. And Jurgen Klopp's touched on it, then he's not surprised by that, and we shouldn't be surprised the way they're playing, the way Mo Salah is in front of goal. He's deadly, and if Liverpool create 5-6 chances, they tend to score 3 or 4 goals, so you're going to have to score a lot of goals to beat them at this moment in time.
Yeah. Liverpool clearly firing on all cylinders. So many positives for Jurgen Klopp. It's a very different story, of course. For Everton under Rafael Benitez, that tonight was their 6th defeat in 7 league games. We'll be hearing from the Everton boss when we come back.